So today I'm officially admitting defeat and I am calling in help. Much needed help. Help, help, help. Hey, I'm Jackie. Maybe that was a little bit dramatic. Maybe I'm dramatic. But let's just address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is the fact that when I started this channel, I announced one of my intentions was to document my fat loss journey as well as share things that I struggle with and that I've learned throughout my recovery from drug addiction. So, do you ever feel like you get one area of your life under control only for another area to spiral out of control? That kind of feels like what's happened here. Let's just get straight to the point. I stepped on the scale and I weighed 215 pounds. I'll insert a clip here. Let's get it activated. So it's already on my profile?
Yes, it's on your profile.
I'm so sorry. It's like you can't decide.
No, stop.
I got this scale that's supposed to help me track more than just a number, like more than just how much I weigh. It's calculated my body fat percentage. It was shocking, my body fat percentage when I stepped on. And I was just so disappointed in myself because it was like I knew I had gained weight since we started quarantine. And technically, like, I know we're out of quarantine now, but I still consider myself on quarantine for the most part because I have such high levels of anxiety. And with everything going on in the world right now, it's easier for me just to stay home with Nico, my son, because I'm not the primary source of income in our home. My husband, thankfully, is an essential worker. He delivers fuel. So he's already going out every day. And so I just feel like by me staying in, it kind of helps level things out. I can take care of the house. I can do all the meal planning. I can do all the home cooked meals. I can keep me and my son here safe at home. Obviously, we go out for walks and exercise and that sort of thing. We get fresh air. We're not just like in the whole time. But like, I'm not actively going out and shopping and thrifting and all this stuff. It's very rare that I'm going out to do anything. And when I go out, it's something that I need. That's just how I'm coping with all of this. So let's just fast forward to the fact that I fucking gained enough weight to put myself back at my starting point and beyond. So I started this YouTube channel, I believe, and I'd have to go back and fact check myself, but I'm almost positive I was at 211, 212 pounds when I started. And I was excited to like document, my fat loss journey, as well as, like I said, all the other things. And it's almost like when quarantine started, the gym situation was stripped out of the equation, and I didn't realize how powerful the gym was in my overall, I guess, fat loss. It should be obvious, right? But what became more obvious was the fact that my nutrition was off. And so I could still work out at home and I could do plenty of things, but my nutrition was lacking, and that was becoming very clear. Oh God, where did I go wrong? I'll tell you where I went wrong. I watched these YouTubers and I got the grand idea in my head that I could become an intuitive eater. Okay, really, like somebody that has an addictive personality, somebody that's recovering from bulimia. I'm talking about myself, if you don't know. Somebody that has impulse control issues, somebody that's been known to just gorge themselves with cookie dough and cake and all sorts of shit, donuts. And while I no longer throw up my food, but I'm talking like I'll just kind of like mindlessly eat. And that's something I'm becoming more aware of. So as I tried to become an intuitive eater, it should have been pretty obvious that the shit wasn't working out, but I actually was enjoying it, right? Because I was enjoying the freedom of not measuring how much I was eating. I was enjoying the freedom of just eating whenever I felt like it. I was enjoying the freedom of not feeling restricted. As somebody that has that history, why I thought it was a good idea to become an intuitive eater is beyond me. It was a horrible idea, right? But I did it, and so it didn't work. And so what I learned is I can't be an intuitive eater. What I learned is I can't take to heart nutrition that people on YouTube are doing, because I've tried all sorts of different tips and tricks from other people, and I need to know facts. I need more. I want to share with you this app that I've been using, and there's plenty of apps that help with this sort of thing. I'm not like a tech person, and this is a new phone, so I don't really know how to use it. And okay, the app is called Noom. Sorry, I haven't figured out how to screen record on this new phone yet, so bear with me, please. I don't want to violate any sort of intellectual property or anything like that, but let me just show you really quick like what this app does. So I'm not sponsored, obviously. I'm not that type of a channel, but I just wanted to share this because it's helping me like maintain my sanity during this time where it seems my nutrition is really struggling. So it gives me little things like this. Okay, the majority of your diet should be made of nutritious whole foods that make your belly fat. Okay, so it's already taught me about low calorie density foods and the science of satiety. And let me see if I can get, what I'm trying to show you is it basically references articles and gives me facts that relate to what I'm going through on that current day. It's very easy to use and it's very intuitive. And okay, like here's an example of what I wanted to show. So it gives me little facts and then it cites where it's from. The British Medical Journal showed that 60% of calories, 1205 in the average standard American diet, and this SAD during this costs, I can't talk. Okay. Even sadder is that processing strips food of what your body needs, fiber and vitamins, and injects it with what your body is prone to crave, sugar and salt. So, like, on one level, I knew this, and I've talked about this before. Processed food is loaded with sugar, and when I eat sugar, and when most people eat sugar, and it's telling me salt too, then naturally you end up craving more of it, and it kind of creates a vicious cycle. But it's great to be, to read these facts, and to figure out like where they're coming from. Okay, so now it's going to teach me a keystone habit, how to unprocess my diet. And I'm going to get out of this because like I said, I don't know how much of this I'm like actually allowed to share, and I don't want to get in any trouble or anything like that. But look, I have to weigh in every day, which is hard for me. I weighed 212.4 pounds today. And that's hard as a recovering bulimic to weigh myself every day because I feel like it's slightly unhealthy. But I'm doing it. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to stick with it. And I believe I've been on this app, let's see, not that long. My day one was August 9th at 215.4. And you see, I kind of dip up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's see if I can do that so you can see it. See, I kind of dip up and down, and that's normal. And it tells me, it's teaching me, like, don't place all your emphasis on the number on the scale, because me losing a few pounds isn't necessarily representative of, it could be anything, like it could be water weight, and it's teaching me more about this stuff. And here's another cool feature. Now, I'm not going to click on them because I know that would be violating it, but see, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's got all these different recipes, and I don't have to eat these. Like, I can eat whatever I want. It's just offering me these if, like, I don't know what to eat. Like, it's giving me ideas and suggestions. And the cool thing about this is it shows, like, okay, for instance, say I want to eat this, it shows that I still have enough in my calorie budget for that. And if I go over my calorie budget, it's teaching me, like, it's not the end of the world. You just start again the next day. And let me show you really quick. So here's more articles, and then I saved some of my favorite ones, and I like that it allows me to do that. And I'm sorry if this is carrying on too long. But let me just show you my absolute favorite part of the app. Actually, let's just do today. I'll log it in really quick so you can see. I'm sorry if this is boring. Breakfast. Okay, so it kind of saves, like, it knows basically what I eat. Okay, I had about 3 servings of that. Yes, I did. I'm a fat cow. I'm a fat whale. I'm sorry, I love evaporated milk. Just joking, I'm not a fat whale, kind of, but not really. And you have a barcode here if you're more of like a scanner type person. I struggle with that, so I just type it in. And the cool thing is, like, if you go out to eat, a lot of that stuff is in here too. Like, say I went to Denny's. It has already a lot of stuff there. So I can just be like, I had Denny's skillet, Santa Fe skillet, which is what I eat. Boom, there it is. Thankfully, I didn't eat that today because then I'd be over. But what else did I eat? Oh, yeah. First one, because it knows me. Okay. And then I had almond milk with my coffee because I'm bougie. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I had a half a cup because I have no self-control. Okay, and then let me just show you really quick my favorite part. So that's not a big deal, yes. It's the number of calories and everything like that. My favorite part is I can go to done, and it gives me a little positive reinforcement here, which I am absolutely driven by compliments. That's my personality type. Like, my love language is compliments. And this is my favorite part, analysis. So it breaks down here, and it doesn't just put fruits and vegetables in the green category. Whole grain items are in that category too. So we can see I've already got a lot of those. Boom, this is where I'm lacking, is eating like these yellow foods, which it teaches me about in the app. And the red foods are the ones that I should really limit my intake. And I struggle with going over every day on my yellow. And usually I'm under on my, I usually go over on the high fat foods that I should limit in portions. I'm usually under in like the lean meats category and whatever else is included in here, like lentils, beans, that sort of thing. And in the green category, I usually do pretty well. I eat a lot of whole grains, I eat a lot of vegetables, and I'm trying to up my fruit intake. So I just want to share that really quick. Let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, I'm back. In a nutshell, I have only been on Noom for 3 weeks. I can say this. I enjoy it so far, but the honeymoon phase has worn off, and now it feels like work. I have my Fitbit on. I'm tracking how many like actual steps I'm taking, because it's significantly less than when I wasn't at home all the time. So I'm becoming more aware of that. So then the app is showing me how many calories I'm taking in, because I'm logging all my food, which is a tedious process, but it's beneficial for me to learn about my nutrition. And I just want to say my favorite things about that specific app and why it appeals to my personality is because I can appreciate science so much, because learning about the science of how my brain works and how habits are formed and how you break habits, including like eating habits and patterns. And it goes into the psychology behind why I do what I do. I like that I have a specialist that I can call at any time. I like that the people in the app do have actual degrees. Maybe not every single person in the app has a degree, But like they have psychologists on staff, they have nutritionists on staff. So I can feel confident that what I'm getting is accurate. They reference a lot of articles, and so I can fact check those if I want. I trust them. I trust the information is good. I feel like I'm in good hands, and I find that comforting during this time where normally I might not have reached out, because normally I might have been, feeling like I had a better grip on things because I was able to go to the gym, and I can still go to the gym. But for me personally, I'm just sticking to as many home workouts as possible. So this is a great option for me because it's explaining to me all the different eating patterns. When I have a slip, what's called a slip in like their Noom talk, or like they have little phrases and acronyms and all this, and it's broken down in a way that's like very easily digestible. There's a set series of articles that I read every day, and what appeals to me most about the app is keeping up with it really only takes 10 to 20 minutes a day, and the price is kind of expensive for like somebody like me that's on the cheaper side, but for all that I'm getting, I'm paying, I think, $25 a month. I paid $170 for 7 months of it, and I could have got a discount, but I have commitment issues, and I like the option of like being able to get out of it. I did the free trial where if you just go ahead and commit straight from the start, you get 10% off your whole purchase. But the downside is you have to pay the whole amount up front, and that's what I did. But you have to decide, do you want to do a free trial first and then pay the full amount, or do you want to do just paying the full amount up front? But they are offering a free trial because we're in a pandemic. And so I did the free trial, and then I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. Paid the full 170 or whatever it came out to. And I've been on it for just that little amount of time. I just want to be straightforward and honest about my lack of progress, about what has set me back. The biggest thing was the intuitive eating and just the taking bits and pieces from one person to another person, and nobody that was actually certified. And I personally need to be in the hands of professionals when it comes to nutrition, because I do have a past history of having an eating disorder, because I am prone to high levels of anxiety, because I struggle with depression, because I have all these other issues, as well as recovering from drug addiction. Being in the hands of professionals where this is concerned with nutrition, which I know very little about, it's like a very comforting feeling. And I know it's all digital and everything like that, and there's a support group included, and I haven't even made it that far into the support group because I felt comforted with just the articles and just talking with my specialist, which we just kind of message back and forth. When I have a question, then she gets back to me. It's very low maintenance as it can be, while still offering me a lot of support and comfort and knowledge and education. And so I'm really excited to see how it goes. I know that this doesn't mean a lot because I try a lot of different things and I fail at a lot of different things, but I'm going to record the Noom journey. And what I'll do is I'll just do a 1 month check-in every month. So right now we see I'm well over 40% body fat. I'm at 215 pounds. Let me see what I can learn about nutrition. Let me see where I can go with this. And the most important thing that I want to acknowledge is, just because I failed at this doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to figure out what works for me. And that's what's important, is if you're feeling like you're backsliding or you're slipping up or you're not taking great care of yourself, we are in a pandemic. And I was using that as sort of a cop-out, well, we're in a pandemic. Let me just have a donut because it brings me comfort and it makes me feel happy, but it's not bringing me long-term comfort and long-term happiness, and it's just kind of distracting me from what I need to be doing, which is addressing my fat loss, because I have arthritis on my knee, and the more weight I can get off of that, the better, because that's going to be less weight on it. I'm rambling. I apologize. This video is kind of a wreck. I've been having a really hard time focusing, but I want to say that I'm not giving up. I'm persevering. I'm switching up what I'm doing. I'm excited to try Noom. I'm going to document the process, and I'm going to just show you what a home workout can look like with Nico, because he's with me all the time. And then next week I'll probably just do like a gym workout or something, because I have a few of those recorded, but I digress. Okay, let's see what I can get done with my little sidekick here. Throwing on a band for added resistance.
A generation of my time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't come out and waste my time. A generation of my kind. There is nothing we can do.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll have better news next month. And until then, I'll catch you next week.